What's up guys, this is Crafty Fox, and today I'm going to give you an update on FoxShot, which if you don't know is the server that I own for Minecraft on the PC, and it's a realistic creative server. And here is our Dine map. You can see this is the whole world. I don't think I showed you this in a video before, so I'm just going to tell you where everything is. So here is the spawn in the middle, and it's not very developed right now compared to other parts. The most populated area would be downtown, which is this area. It's like New York City, Chicago, and other cities combined. And south of downtown is our suburban area, which is Longview, and they also have some industrial stuff. And down here is the Scrapyard, which all the bad builds, they go here. And over to the west side is the farm area. This is going to be like the rural area where they grow crops and other stuff. And here is I think it's a nuclear power plant. Fastest making that. And if we go up here to the east side, there's going to be this ocean here, and we have to fill up all of this land. And this is where the war games are going to be, and this is basically where you can make your own island and you build up your military. So you can see this is Panthers, or he's also known as Volke, and this is his island, got a port, ships on it. And here is Alpaca, and I think General Phantom, he works here too, and he has an air base over here. So on the top is supposed to be Arco, although there's not much work being done on there. It's like this abandoned place that's really cold, like Alaska, and you can see there's a bunch of weird stuff going on there. And what is that? Is that some kind of an ice obstacle? I don't know what that is. I didn't see that before. And right over here above spawn, it's going to be the port area. We're going to have cargo ships that dock here, and this is a Navy base. So you can see there's one ship there. This is some dry docks. This is a dry dock over here. And over here is some random military stuff. We got to clean this up later. And you can see this is the railway. It runs along. It's my Admiral Kuznetsov carrier. And here is the train yard. This is the main one, and we're in the process of transferring all the passenger trains to another train yard. So I'm just doing that today. And if you warp to train yard, this is where you're going to be, and this is Alex's roundhouse. And above to the north is I believe General Phantom's train yard. Well, not train yard, station. And this has various trains like the Avila Liberty, I believe. And right next to it, I'm building a passenger train yard to house all the passenger trains, because a lot of people who come on the server, they build a lot of trains. So we do have an actual airport right here, but the planes are out of scale, so we'll just leave it like that for now. And this is by Felix, and right over here is a highway. And this area here below Longview is Warp Shed, so this is where some other engines, this is another train yard. We have so many trains, so that's why. And there's even more trains if you go to Warp Train Scrap. So these are trains that are not as good, but we'll still keep them. And right down here is Warp Rot. So this is going to be Rotterdam, but I think it's way too hard to make that city. So right now it's just doing nothing. There is some Japanese trains. We might have a Japanese city down here instead. And let's go to the northeast. I believe there's another train yard that Omega's working on right here. And it has I think he wants it to make it freight train yard, but we do have one passenger train here, but we could move that. So yeah, that's basically what I have on die map, and let's go on to in-game. Alright guys, so we're at my server and this is spawn. As you can see, it's not that populated, but let's move on to the other parts of the server. So if you go down here, this station actually looks a little better than last time because it has a roof and these fancy smancy support beams, which I think we need to improve on. We need to add more beams than this. But this is basically the main station at spawn. We have the Long Island Railroad. And if you follow this road down here, we're going to go to downtown. And here's this abandoned strip mall. And this is downtown. You can see this is the beginning part of it. And this is the main street. And what new stuff have we added? Yeah, you can see some new buildings. I'm not sure if I already showed you this or not, but we definitely have some more stuff. Oh yeah, we have a parking lot over there. Just more infrastructure. See, this says park. And if you go down here, we do have this new museum called the Transport Museum, and it has many different types of vehicles, like I believe there was a spaceship, some trains, and etc. So here it is, and you could see the L train. We have this curve now. It extends to have a station over here. And this is the Transport Museum, and we have a fancy smancy statue, and this is the interior. And with the shaders, it's a little dark though. But we do have some old engines, steam. I'm not really familiar with this museum, so I just gotta glance over it. There is another section. I believe they're still working on it, so this is not the finished product. Some buses and random truck. And wow, they have some floating. And they even have trains on the upper level. I believe it's a Dutch train, and this is Santa Fe. And I don't know why they're on the upper levels. I don't know how they would get it. Oh my god, there's another one. This is probably a TGV. And let's get out of here. So those are the vehicles of the Transport Museum, and we do have more buildings. Though this one, it does not have interior, and the floors are 1 block tall, so we need to fix that. So you have even more buildings. And we got a crane. This construction site, it's greatly improved from last time. Last time it was basically this empty lot with this building, but now look how detailed it has become. And so this is the second construction site. The one over there, that's the first one. And that was actually the first thing that I made in downtown. And this is the L train. A lot of people want a tutorial for that, so I'll probably do that later, although I think we still gotta improve on the design of it. And here's another parking lot. I believe it's made by Index. And let's go to the train yard. So this is the train yard, and it houses many trains. You know, I have a YouTube that uploads videos of trains, so when people come on the server, there's a lot of trains, so a lot of people like to come here and build stuff, although it is really crowded, so I have to keep on moving stuff. And we have all types of trains, and what I want to do with this is make it a freight train yard, but as you can see, there's a lot of passenger trains there, so we need to move that, and I am going to move that to Frost's station. So if you go Warp Frost, we come up over here to this yard, and here's his station is right here, and it has the Villa Liberty from Amtrak, which is high-speed rail, and I'm not sure what that is, but he does have this weird wavy roof. And right here I'm making this train yard right here for passenger trains, and I'm gonna later add electricity lines like he has over there. So this is Omega. He's making his own train yard, and he does have nice curves right here. So I'm glad we have a person who can actually make it look good. And it's all connected, and he says he wants to make it a freight train yard. So this is A-Stone, pretty much the same as last time, but we do have some additional buildings, and there's this empty space over there, and they're quite nice, but they do need an interior, I think. And it's along the coastline, so this is gonna be like an ocean. And here are some yachts, and we do need some more space over here because I don't know how that ship's gonna get out of there, but I will fix that later. So this is prison, and if you warp here, it says do not build inside the prison walls or it will be removed, because there was a lot of messy stuff going on in prison, because prison is where all the bad builders go. So it's a mess. They just build everywhere, and there's not really much rule, but I did want to have the main prison just fenced off and guarded, which I did do a couple days ago, maybe 2 days ago. And here we have just various builds. There's some trains over here, I believe. They're by the Growl and airplane. I think that's a C-130. Yeah, let's see, it's just the empty space. We just cleared this out a couple days ago, so that's why it's empty. There's a lot of trash here. And right over here, this is, I guess, the good part of the prison. This is Felix's building, and we have something actually nice going on. This is, I think, a train yard. I think it's by the grill, I'm not sure. But it is kind of nice, but doesn't have a roof. Alright, so this is Flushing, and this is a world, if you go to Warp Flushing, based on my hometown, which is a place in New York City. And this is basically where the 7 train line ends, and it's like the last stop. This is Main Street, and there's not much work going on here, but I will try to work on it more in the future. And let's go to Chiyoda. And this is Chiyoda. It looks pretty much the same since the server began. This is based on Chiyoda, Tokyo, which is a real life place also, and I hope I get some more people to build here. We don't really have much city builders, like people who build buildings. We have a lot of train builders though, so I hope if you build like skyscrapers, apartments, and stores, you should come on the server and just help us out, because we do need more buildings. Okay, so this is Red Iron, which is a company made by Sarcasm or JDR, and he has this nice expansion going on. Earlier today he was working on it, and this is the Scrapyard, what it looks like right now. And there is a ton of more stuff added here. People who do trials, if they don't qualify, they just put their build here, and these are just some of the builds that we have, and just other stuff that we don't want. So if you build like this, you need to improve to become a builder. We want something greater than this. And here's Hans with a machine gun. I don't know who made that. And you have some airplanes, and there is a train part. So if you warp to train scrap, you will see a bunch of scrap engines. So these a lot of these, they were part of Warp Train Yard, and they don't really qualify anymore, or they're from the station at spawn. So here's some of the engines. You can look at them, and there was just way too much engines, so this is just like another place to store them. Alright, so this is Warp Shed, and it's another train yard that's near scrap and below Longview. And this is just another area for trains, since we have so much. And this is a train that I'm almost done with, but I haven't really worked on. It's Russian. I forgot what it's called, but I probably will finish it soon. Although no one requested it, I felt like this is a pretty nice train to do. Alright, so let's go to Alpaca. And he is a relatively new builder. He builds military stuff, and this is his base that's off the east coast of the main island, the main continent, I guess. And it's just his air base. We got a lot of military stuff, so he's part of the military builders, which I am also a part of. So if you want to join it, you can join our Discord. I can probably leave a link in the description. And here we probably have some F-16s, and yeah, it's just military stuff. And we do have a runway probably somewhere around here, so let me speed up. And this is what the runway looks like. And we have a giant plane here. I don't know if this is accurate or not. I think it's a C5 Galaxy, and I believe it's by Hammer, although Hammer is not a builder on the server. Mick Alpaca, he just sort of copied the design. But oh well. Alright, so this is Warp Steam, and we have a couple steam locomotives. So if you like steam engines, you could probably warp here. And yeah, they're by Hans Panther. I think the Growl. This is by the Growl. And we are a contemporary server, so this is not usually the stuff that we build. So don't go on thinking we usually build steam engines, because these are probably going to end up in a museum or like some old railway. Alright, so this is a bridge mostly made by Elder the Wizard, or just LD, and this is him. And this is the Manhattan Bridge, and this will connect downtown with Longview. And as you can see, it's pretty much an epic creation that we have here. I like bridges, in fact. And this also has the subway line going through it, just like in real life. So that'll be pretty cool. And they're on both sides. And it's a pretty long bridge. So we have a gigantic, really wide river, for Minecraft standards at least. And this is the end of the bridge, and we're gonna have to slope it down. That's like the first support, and as you can see, this is next to the Transport Museum, and which just goes down. I'm not sure if it actually touches the road yet, or it's still sloping. So let me go over here. Okay, it doesn't go all the way down, but we'll probably fix that later. Alright, so that's basically my update on the server FoxShot. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And if you want to be a builder here, please don't just build trains, okay? We need more builders, and you have to build pretty damn good. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye.